This is the F1 podcast with Adam and Luke.
As we talk everything Formula One motor racing.
G'day and welcome to Effing One Podcast, Australia's only dedicated Formula One podcast. And what a podcast it is. Top level, top notch, if we do say so ourselves. And Austin, Texas. That gave us an old-fashioned shootout. Yeah! Oh! Shake and bake, baby. And it did not disappoint. What a race. 3 different teams, 3 different strategies, taking the first 3 places. It's the way F1 should be. It was a crazy race, all thanks to Red Bull giving Dan, the personality Ricciardo, all the worst parts that they've got just lying around on the workshop floor. What's this? A burnt-out old engine that Max doesn't want? It's buggered up? Perfect! Put it straight in Dan's car! Unbelievable. That's officially how they put Dan's car together. I think they just wander around Verstappen's area. What does he not? Well, what's he ruined? What's he fucked up? Oh, that'll do. That's perfect. Well, that brought out the safety car, and that gave us a ripper of a race. So well done, Dan. Kimi amazingly hung on to a win in his first race since Australia 2013. Is that right?
In the Lotus.
In the Lotus. Max Verstappen started from 18th to get second place. What a drive. Lewis Hamilton didn't quite secure the World Championship just yet, getting 3rd. So many questions to unravel and still so many unanswered questions like, are Ferrari back with a chance to win this thing? How did Vettel spin out again? And how did he beat Bottas? And most importantly, why is the Red Bull team now full of dickheads? Just a few of the questions that we need to get answers to. The only man to answer these questions, the only man qualified, is the man to my right, Luke. How are you, sir?
I'm doing very well, thank you, Adam.
What a great race.
That's a lovely intro.
Thank you.
That's good.
What a race.
It's a great race.
See, I think Alonso's wrong. This is what Formula One's all about.
He just needs to avoid Lance Stroll within the first lap and he should be fine.
He's found that hard. Lance Stroll.
He made a comment that in WEC, he's racing against amateurs and professionals, and they don't seem to crash into each other like they do in Formula One.
Are we going to miss Alonso?
I will.
Yeah, me too.
I just want him in a good car.
I'd miss Lance Stroll if he left.
I wouldn't.
He is good value. You got to give
I'd
him that
forget
much.
he existed.
He's got some money and no driving skills.
Yeah.
Hey, big podcast today, Luke. Huge. Absolutely huge. This is a post-USA podcast and a pre-Mexico podcast. It's a 2-in-1.
Oh, yeah.
Double the goodness.
We've jumped the border from one to the next.
For the same price.
Yep.
It's free.
Free for you.
Free for you, free for me. We're going to chat with 4-time world champion Ferrari driver Sebastian Vettel.
I think he'll stay 4-time.
Right here. Yep, he's definitely 4-time. Right here on F1 Podcast.
Yep.
We maybe a little Australian podcast out in the middle of nowhere, on a little island, but still, we command the big names. Guess who else is going to chat with us today?
I have no idea.
Kimi Räikkönen.
Oh, Kimi.
Kimi.
Race winner.
We're going to chat with Kimi in a minute, and also the guy that nobody notices out there ever. I don't think we've ever seen any footage on any of the coverage. We've never seen this guy drive. There's still questions to whether he actually is in Formula One, but it is Brendon Hartley. We're going to chat with Brendon Hartley as well.
Love a good chat with Brendon.
He's a good guy. That's the segment called Finding a Job with Brendon, which he will need to do because there's only 3 races left and he's pretty sure he's not going to be driving next year. So let's look at the USA GP, and due to popular demand, Luke, we should probably do this.
After our last schmozzle of a call.
Well, your mum liked it. And let's be honest, we're doing this for your mum, for Luke's mum. She requested we commentate the highlights package of the USA.
I have to tell you the truth.
Uh-oh.
Mum's deaf. No. She can't hear anything.
Why?
She doesn't know.
Why are we doing this podcast then?
For 3 other people.
Anyway.
She puts the headphones on, she smiles and nods,
Yeah.
and then she goes, that was really good.
Yeah. Mrs. Luke,
Thanks, Mum.
turn up the volume in your headphones. And why is she requesting us to commentate it through Twitter? Can't she just
No, she just keeps giving me the thumbs up.
Oh, okay. She's just giving you the
Hey, Mum, what do you think of the highlights package? Thumbs up.
Okay. So let's do this for Luke's mum. She's very busy. She has very little time. She's so busy baking. So let's do lights out and we're racing at USA. Turn the volume down, Luke. It's not and it's Hamilton squeezing Raikkonen on the inside. Is he taking the lead? Yes, he has. Raikkonen's in the lead. Luke, what a move.
Everyone runs right on the end of turn 1. We're going down to the S's. Red Bull on the inside of Valtteri Bottas has to concede. And then people just get punted and move all over the shop.
Here we go. Oh, there's crashes, Luke. We've got smoke. We've got back markers. There's Lance Stroll in there.
Lance Stroll has taken out Alonso.
Alonso's definitely in there.
Max has just completely disregarded the corner.
Oh, look at this. Another
impact
bit of
between Leclerc and one of the Haas drivers.
Oh, we've got Sebastian Vettel right on Dan Ricciardo's backside. It's Raikkonen first, Lewis second, Bottas third, Dan Ricciardo, and Vettel is chasing. He's right on the back of Dan Ricciardo.
He gets a good drive out of this corner. He's right under his gearbox.
Oh, look at that. Renault's
You'll
just
soon
behind.
See Sebastian will pull out. Daniel will get straight back underneath.
Sebastian on the inside.
Now, it's very dirty on the inside.
Oh, he's got him.
There.
He's taken him.
He's taken him. Daniel goes around the outside. Sebastian brakes hard, does a little bit of a wiggle, understeers. Daniel goes around the inside. Then he'll be around the outside.
Is it Sebastian? Is it Dan? It is coming into the corner. It's Sebastian in front. Oh, collision!
Sebastian spins.
Suck it!
Doing a bit of Evel Knievel, spinning the wheels there.
He's done it again. He's done another spin. How many spins has he done in the last 10 races? A lot of spins.
Maybe we should call him the Spin King.
The Spin King. What's wrong with that Ferrari? Every time anyone touches it, it just goes on a little pirouette.
And there was an impact with Grosjean and Leclerc in the background as well.
Yep.
Daniel avoided him.
Whose fault was that? That was surely
Well, you
Sebastian.
look, there's a little bit of wiggle with Sebastian. He crashes into the side of him.
Look at the replay here, Luke, over the top. Look at that start from Kimi Raikkonen.
Raikkonen just pushes him a little bit wide just to go, no, this is my corner, mate.
Bit of contact there as well.
Sainz runs wide at the end of turn 1, ends up getting a penalty for it, which I think was completely preposterous. Here we are on board with Stroll as he
here we go.
avoids the corner and doesn't avoid
How's your father?
Fernando Alonso.
Fernando just ran into Fernando.
No control Stroll. That's what we'll call him.
Wow. Lucky he's
and
rich.
This is Grosjean outbraking himself, going into the back of Leclerc. Leclerc gets a nice little spin. Grosjean apologised for that later. We're on board with Max Verstappen as he overtakes Nico Hülkenberg.
Carving his way through the field from 18th all the way up. Now he's currently sitting in 5th
Sebastian makes
place.
a move on Esteban Ocon.
Oh, no.
Yep.
No.
There it is.
Fucking Red Bull. Dan Ricciardo, another technical, did not finish.
Yeah.
Engine. Is that an engine issue?
At the exit of turn 11, he pulls to the inside.
5?
Everything has just switched off.
5 of the last 10 races now. Dan Ricciardo did not finish. Technical issues.
They're on the radio to Lewis Hamilton saying, do what the opposite of Kimi Raikkonen. Raikkonen balks to go in the pits, and then Hamilton goes in. I don't know what the Mercedes team were thinking there. Lewis was on the super soft tyres. Raikkonen was on the ultra softs, and for some reason they pitted him. Hamilton would have got him in no time.
Little side note, this commentary is going way better than last week's.
Much better.
Way better.
As we see.
It looks like Hülkenberg and Vettel's taken Hülkenberg.
Yes, that is Hülkenberg with Vettel.
Yep.
Beautiful move. Nice and easy.
Nice. Into 5th place. So now Vettel, and he's just chasing up.
We're looking at Raikkonen having a battle with Hamilton. Hamilton's all over him, but he doesn't make the move past.
Raikkonen making that Ferrari
Raikkonen holds him out.
Just parking it right in the middle of the road.
Holds him out. Keep him out there. And then soon Raikkonen will duck into pit lane, just blocking everything, just to make it a little bit slower, a little bit harder. Hamilton gets a good drive out here.
Hamilton's got fresher tyres.
Yep. Much fresher tyres. He's got the softs on. Raikkonen still has the hyper softs that he did quali in. Big wiggle there.
Gee, that Ferrari's wiggling.
I do love a battle like this. But the thing is, Lewis didn't need. He's like, I can just wait. And then soon Raikkonen ducks into the pit lane and Hamilton takes the lead of the race.
Yep, no rush for him because he's got the World Championship to consider as well.
So this is lap 22 of 56. He puts on the soft tyres that will take him to the end of the Grand Prix.
Yep. Hamilton in the lead, Raikkonen 2nd, Vettel 3rd, Verstappen now 4th, Dan Ricciardo with his box of crap on the side of the road. Absolutely nothing for him. A big naught again. And a battle
around
between
the outside.
Verstappen and who's that? Vettel.
Yep. Around the outside goes Max. Good move.
Beautiful move.
Stuck it out there.
We've got Bottas in the pit. No, that's Hamilton in the pits.
Hamilton pits for his second time. With 18 laps to go.
18 laps. Oh, Toto Wolff looking a bit concerned.
He looked pensive.
Doesn't he? The big German pensive man. What do we got here? We got Raikkonen in the lead. Oh, it's a three-way tussle now. 3 different cars, Ferrari, Red Bull, Mercedes-Benz, within, a second of each other?
Yep, this is 2 laps to go.
Oh, that's exciting stuff.
Hamilton tries to go around the outside, doesn't have it there, tries to stick it under the inside. He's sliding all over the place. Max is sliding, Lewis is sliding.
Right next to each other.
This is how Grand Prix should be.
This is what it's all about, Alonso. What are you
Gets a
complaining
great
about?
rotation and drive out that corner. Max holds him outside. Lewis runs a lot wide. He could have been a lot closer to him. And then he runs onto the dirty stuff.
Oh, he's gone wide. Lewis has gone wide, and that is Max Verstappen looking comfortable now.
Raikkonen gained a 2-second advantage from what would have been about 8/10 just from them tussling there. Vettel overtakes Bottas.
Oh, Bottas, whoa. What is
you
he
watch
good
Bottas,
for?
he can't take a corner for the life of him. Whenever he battles, you just need to go on the outside. He'll shoot past you on the inside.
Why does he bother turning up? I don't
Look,
understand.
Maurizio Verbene is punching someone in the back of the head.
Ferrari's very excited there.
Here comes Raikkonen.
Oh, Kimi.
Let's listen.
He's excited.
Let's listen to Kimi's radio.
Fuck yeah, guys! Hey, thanks, guys. Flat fucking lost. Yeah, take that. Yeah.
That's live feed
Live,
from Ferrari.
straight in.
Look at him celebrate. Ferrari's
Unbleeped.
pumped. Look, and good on him. I feel happy.
Oh, yeah, it's great. Daniel would have
Raikkonen's
won the race, but, never mind.
Well, he's a character. We're going to speak to him very soon. Good on Kimi Raikkonen. His first win since 2013. Absolutely amazing. We didn't think we had
He
it.
just
We didn't
takes
think
a swig from the bottle.
swig first, then sprayed it. Loved
Yeah.
it. We didn't think he had that in him.
No,
We kind of wrote him off a little bit there.
I didn't. You did.
I did. I certainly did. Raikkonen first. Verstappen from 18th to pick up second place. Quite an amazing drive from Verstappen. And Lewis, the douche canoe Hamilton, third. But he still hasn't got the World Championship. He's a few points short. He only needs to finish in the points in the next 3 races.
He needs to finish 7th
7th.
to seal the 5th World Championship.
We think that's going to be easily done, but you never know.
Yeah.
Ferrari looking good. There it is, wrapping up the highlight package.
So Kimi Raikkonen, Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton, Sebastian Vettel, Valtteri Bottas, Nico Hülkenberg, Carlos Sainz. Then there's some issues. Esteban Ocon and Kevin Magnussen, who were 8th and 9th, got excluded from the results. Sergio Perez moves up to 8th. Guess who is P11? He got moved up to 9 points.
Did he really?
He got 2 points for
Did he
finishing
really?
9th. Brendon Hartley.
Brendon! We're going to have a chat to Brendon very
Great
shortly.
drive, and you'll hear my thoughts on Brendon a little bit later.
The Kiwi kid, will he have a contract next year for Toro Rosso? Luke, you might have a bit of information on that very shortly. So, great race. Mrs. Luke, we hope you enjoyed that wrap-up, that commentary. And
Thanks, Mum.
good on you, Mrs. Luke. We love you.
She can't hear me
She can't.
properly.
Just talk louder next time. So, great race. Now, as is tradition here, just before we get into details of the race, as is tradition at the F1 podcast, we must dress up in the native uniforms, native costumes of the featured race. So, being the USA, producer Pete has supplied the costumes today. He's hand-whittled Luke's costume and my costume.
He whittled my costume this
Yep.
week.
He whittled it out of an old bit of oak. An oak tree and some muslin that was just lying around.
You got to have muslin.
Yeah, muslin's great for everything.
Yeah.
So you today, Luke, look fantastic, and you're dressed as Mark Zuckerberg, CEO of Facebook.
Very dull. This is a stupid wig.
Just a nerdy-looking outfit. You haven't even dressed up, have you? That's just your normal.
This is me being Mark
That's
Zuckerberg.
just you being Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Just you wearing your.
I would have
normal
preferred to being Tom from MySpace, but I went for Zuckerberg.
Yeah, that's okay.
Thanks, Pete.
Yeah, last one, Pete.
The wonderful whittling.
Lovely Whitley. And yes.
I can't put my finger on what you are.
No. Don't put your finger anywhere near me. I am dressed as Cher in the costume worn from the film clip If I Could Turn Back Time.
I knew it'd be that
on
one. I
the
knew it.
USS Missouri. If I could turn back time. There's a lot of leather, a lot of see-through mesh.
My only issue is, when you, in the previous podcast, you were Kanye West and did a bit of a blackface.
Yes, I do remember.
You didn't seem to get all that off.
Still got a little bit.
Yeah, it's like that. You know, the bodybuilders when they put that brown stuff on to chisel them up.
Yep.
And it's very hard to get rid of.
Very
I can
hard.
tell.
Yeah,
Is that okay at work?
I've kept it. I've kept a little. I've just sort of spread it around a bit just to give me more of a tan.
Yeah.
So I'm looking like I'm a very tan shirt right now.
You're a bronzed shirt.
A bronze shirt in this leather.
The urban shirt.
Yeah, and it feels good. I got to be honest with you.
You look great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, and thank you, Mark Zuckerberg. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Here's $1 billion.
Yeah, he's a wealthy man. Let's talk to 4-time world champion. You know who I'm talking about, Sebastian Vettel. Because he gives us a lot of time here on the podcast. A lot of for considering he's a 4-time world champion, it's amazing that he gives.
And things aren't going well.
Things are going badly for Sebastian. So we've got a Skype interview set up with Sebastian. I think he is in the Ferrari motorhome because it's not far off Mexico. First practice.
Yeah.
So we should catch up with him as he's just relaxing in the motorhome.
Yeah.
Let's head over there.
Cue up the Skype.
Is it ringing? Oh, there it is.
Hi, Sebastian.
Hey! Hi, look, Hi, guys, can you see me?
I can see you.
Hi guys, I'm on the Skype here.
Welcome to the Effing One podcast.
Hey, thanks very much. I'm just in this Ferrari motorhome. It's just uber groovy in here. It's so comfy.
You had a great recovery drive.
Oh, by the way, look, your podcast. What's it called
It's the
again?
Effing One podcast.
I don't fucking care. Whatever.
I nearly got it all out then.
I know, I don't care. Okay, so look,
How was your weekend?
are you still single?
Still very single.
This is crazy.
I know.
Oh my God, what's happening?
I
Luke?
know. This is beyond a joke now.
It's crazy because
It's true.
Mark Zuckerberg is a handsome guy. I think you're looking great today.
I'm sure if I had Zuckerberg's money, I wouldn't have an issue with finding a lady.
You would think he would dress a little bit smarter, don't you think?
But I want something a little bit more substance.
Yeah, with a beard.
But yeah, let's get back to Grand Prix
Okay,
racing.
sure.
Um,
Not great for me.
had a bit of an impact with your former teammate Daniel.
Yeah.
A little bit unfortunate.
Danny Ricciardo's a personality.
This is the third time you've had front axle contact with Lewis in Italy. You had Max
Sure.
was in Japan.
Sure.
And Daniel now in
Only very
States.
slight mistake with large consequences. So don't worry. It's not really my fault.
If there was a burnout award, we would
Sure.
clearly give it to you. You've done some phenomenal burnouts in those Grand Prix.
Yeah, it's not easy.
So yeah,
look.
don't be too hard on yourself.
It's hard, you know.
What are you looking forward to now? What's some of the season goals you've got left for the rest of the year?
The season goals? Oh, jeez. To maybe I need to get another bleach. Things are downstairs looking a little shabby. So fair. I got the hair. Oh, do you mean the racetrack?
Yes.
Or on the manscaping?
No, the racetrack. And what's going on the race?
I'll tell the race and then we'll talk about my Google sack, sure?
Yeah.
And the manscape.
Yeah.
So the racing, we still got a chance, look. We're still in this.
Yes.
We're still alive. We're
Mathematically, you're still in it.
sure. And I think, we've been very unlucky. And sure, our car is nowhere near as good as Mercedes. We've made a couple of little errors, such little incy-bincy errors, but sure, I think we can, we have a little bit of luck. We're due for some luck, because my car keeps spinning every time I hit someone. Sure, I'm not the greatest overtaker. You've probably seen this.
Yeah.
Would you say this? I'm not the greatest?
You're not the greatest.
So and when I hit them, I keep spinning. So why is it always... This is probably not the right time to ask this question. I could ask it onto the
engineers,
my team. But why is it every time I hit someone, I'm the only fucking guy that does the spin?
What is happening? Why, Luke?
Listen, you're
Sorry,
a
Luke,
little
sorry.
bit excited.
Sorry, I need to
a
calm
little bit
down.
angry. Let's end with a dick pic, and we'll see you next week.
Look, you've got the dick pic for me?
Of course I do.
Really?
Yeah, you've had a tough time. I thought I might as well.
Is it und?
Not everything, just
From the back and the front?
no,
Undercarriage and overcarriage?
no. But I'll talk to you next week.
Send it to me. I'll be so focused. You've watched me do so well in the
You
qualifying.
win. You win.
I'm gonna put you a little. Photo of the undercarriage and the dick pic onto my dashboard when I'm qualifying.
That'd be nice.
You've watched me come.
Yeah.
Pole, baby. I'm gonna take the pole. I'm gonna take your pole. I'm gonna race it really hard.
Thanks,
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Sebastian. Bye.
Wow. You're sweating. Are you okay?
I'm not sending him a dick pic. I am going to find another
gonna
dick
fan you
pic
down there,
from
big fella.
someone else and send it to
Big
him.
Phil, I'm sorry you had to take that on. I'm sorry you've got to take all these interviews by yourself with Sebastian.
It's all right, man.
I don't seem to be helping.
We're clearly a team.
I get nervous. I don't feel like I can talk to Sebastian. Well, he hates me.
He doesn't know you.
That's true, because I never talk to him. But he's just got a thing for you. Anyway, nice to have four-time world champion Sebastian Vettel having a nice chat with us just before first practice.
I want to keep it light. I didn't want to pin him on some things like I have done before.
Yeah. And what was that talk about him not having the best car?
I don't know. Kimi Räikkönen won the race.
Clearly the best car, I'd think, consistently throughout the year. Yeah. Any news about the race before we get into fastest lap and driver of the day?
Mercedes, obviously, bad strategy with Hamilton. Hamilton could have won the championship in the United States. He'll win it this weekend.
Do you think that if Dan's car hadn't blown up, this being an Australian Formula 1 podcast, it's always nice to sort of just check in with the Dan Ricciardo situation, which is 5 did not finishes in the last 10 races. What the bloody hell's going on there? Do you think Dan would have won this race had that ridiculous car not just died?
Going by Daniel's early pace and where he was in regards to Max, he would have jumped Bottas in the first lot of pit stops, which Max did, and then he would have been on a slightly different tyre. He would have been on the softs. Yep. And he would have pitted later than Kimi, so he would have been closer and had better tyres than Kimi towards the end of the race. So if you look at the strategy and look at where it would have panned out, he could have won the race.
And also he didn't have the issues that Lewis did, or conserving the world champion. Lewis was aggressive for a bit, but then he kind of pulled back.
Yeah, Lewis
was worried about the world championship.
The thing is, the pass with Bottas would have been done in the pit lane. Hamilton would have been behind him with his two-stop strategy, so it would have been him and Kimi. And with fresher tyres, I think he would have had Kimi.
And you think a hungry Dan, with nothing to lose in the world championship...
United States Grand Prix, loves that place.
He would have just taken Kimi.
So I think he would have got Kimi in some way, shape or form. And Lewis had to, with his battles with Kimi and his battles with Max, he was reserved because he doesn't want contact. He gave Max a lot of room. He gave Kimi a lot of room. And he, if he'd stayed on a one-stop strategy, stayed behind him, he would have made the pass at some point against Kimi with the ultra softs on.
But in hindsight, we all know that would be impossible because Red Bull is not going to give Dan a package.
Are you about to go into some kind of
No,
rant?
no. I'm just still a bit bitter. It's just a bit bitter that
Do you want to discuss this?
No. I'll discuss it later.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm just a bit bitter. I just think they're giving him the shittest parts of Verstappen's car and throwing him in there.
I think they've got some school-based trainees that are working at Red Bull on Daniel's side. So maybe they're not connecting everything together.
Yeah. Yeah, Helmut Marko's working on it personally.
Yeah.
Just
they got the Red Bull Junior Development Program, and they've also got the Red Bull Junior, and they're all 8 and 9 year old kids working on Daniel's car. They're probably not going to be as thorough.
They're not. They're really not.
They're putting all their eggs into the Max Verstappen basket.
Yep. Overseen by Helmut Marko, who just doesn't give a damn. Son of a bitch. So I don't want to talk about Dan anymore because it hurts. It hurts a little bit.
Another thing is Kimi broke a record for the biggest gap between Grand Prix wins.
Is that right? What's that? How many races?
I don't know what the numbers were.
It's 5 years?
Yeah.
Oh, more than 5.5, really.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
But good on him. Good on Kimi Räikkönen.
And he's also, Ayrton Senna's won in more engine formula, but Kimi has won in the V10s, the V8s, and the V6s.
Can I ask you a question about Kimi Räikkönen now? We love Kimi. He does give time up to the F1 podcast.
He allows us a portal into his life.
He does. Yeah, he has no choice, but we delve in, then we have a look. What is it about Kimi that people love so much? Why is he so loved? Because he's really popular. I
think it's the mysterious factor.
Because he doesn't say anything.
There's no bullshit.
Yeah.
But what he says is when journalists ask stupid questions, he'll point out that it's a stupid question. Like, why are you asking me this?
Yeah.
How does this change? Like the question's like, why are you staying in Formula One? He's like, because I don't enjoy it and I just want to hang around just
to annoy you.
Yeah, just to annoy you.
Yeah. I mean, if anyone else walks past those little kids with their autograph books and their pens, then they get roasted. But Kimi does it with his glasses on. Everyone goes, that's so Kimi.
Yeah.
We love Kimi when he ignores the kids with the autograph books.
Yeah.
What a dude.
And Hamilton's on a scooter. Doesn't have a hand free.
Yeah, just holding his jewellery up, just trying to... and his ego, lifting that ego up. It's heavy.
5-time.
It's a heavy ego.
5-time elect. He'll get it.
Yep, he's going to be equal second of all time.
And the second half of this year, I've enjoyed Hamilton. I've never said that before.
Yeah, this is the first time we've actually enjoyed watching... Well, he's better when he's winning. He doesn't whinge so much. Because no one likes Hamilton when he's losing, because he just starts firing the blame, pointing fingers everywhere. And he's such a whinging...
After the German Grand Prix, I've had respect for him. The whole German Grand Prix was standing there pretending to be Jesus and all that crap.
Yeah.
But after that, he's been humble. He's been on it. Like, he has smashed it.
It's easy to be humble when you're a world champion and you know what I mean? If he
You'd think it was easy to be humble, but you know, 4 times world champion wasn't a humble...
No, that's true. If he was in Vettel's situation right now, well, he wouldn't be because he's not that bad a driver. But he would be blowing up everywhere.
If you ask him if he's humble, of course he'll say he's humble.
Mm-hmm.
That's a sign of someone who's not humble.
Correct.
So yeah, that's pretty much everything. We got awards.
Oh, we got fastest lap awards.
Fastest lap award goes to Lewis, 5-time.
5-time, equaling Fangio. We're calling her right now 5-time world champion. Only Michael Schumacher and 7 Welttitles.
Yep.
Is in first year, and Hamilton's got plenty of years to come.
Yep.
He could easily match, if not beat that. Could have been Alonso.
Could have.
Alonso could be 5-time world champion.
Could have. I wish he was.
Ouch.
I love the way he celebrated. Like, that was raw emotion when he celebrates.
Yeah.
Well, these guys are a bit tame.
Yeah.
Fastest pit stop was the Mercedes with Bottas, and the driver of the day was Max Verstappen.
Yeah, good drive by Max. Bottas. What is going on with Bottas? How did he finish behind Vettel? Vettel span out, 3-place grid penalty to start with, span out, back of the pack, and still got beaten by Vettel. He's had a terrible second half of the season.
Bottas, well, once he's secured his contract, he can switch off.
He sure has. He's checked out, baby.
Interesting thing, after Grosjean's incident with Leclerc, he got another infringement point, or a penalty point put on his super license, and he's 2 points away from having a race ban.
Sorry, I missed who's this?
Grosjean.
Oh,
Yeah, he's got 10 out of 12 points. So if he gets 2 more points,
man,
he'll sit out a race. And who's going to substitute for him? It's not going to be Santino Ferrucci, because he basically burned all his bridges in GP2. And
the old Goochmeister.
The Gooch.
The Gooch. No, he will not. He's a funny character, isn't he?
We have some awards.
Yes, we do. It is time for the highly respected, highly treasured F1 awards for the USA GP. First award, Luke, is the highly respected Green Award for the smallest carbon footprint. Who are you awarding that to? Who didn't threaten the environment?
Well, Fernando Alonso. Once he got taken out by Stroll, pulled over, saved the fuel.
Beautiful.
Do you know who didn't save fuel? Esteban Ocon. Esteban Ocon went over his fuel flow limit. That's what got him excluded.
He did.
It's the same thing that got Daniel Ricciardo excluded in 2015. Australian Grand Prix. His first race with Red Bull.
In Australia.
Yep.
I don't even know how that happens. How do you...
They've got a fuel flow sensor, and they can only use X amount of fuel.
Surely they can tell when they're filling up the car that it's...
Yeah, but it's the flow that's going to the engine, so they can manage it to run less fuel in a certain part and more fuel. But if overall in a lap, if it goes over, even a fraction over that fuel flow that's allowed,
right?
So they can turn it right up and go over the fuel flow for the first half of the lap and then drop it back
right
over or under the fuel flow limit, so it evens out over the... And they'll do that with engine mapping and things like that. But he went over that limit, and there was I think it was Magnussen had another fuel issue. I'm not sure if it was a fuel flow or if he used too much fuel.
Right. This is why you're the best in the business, Luke. This
well,
is why you're
if not, I've made it all up.
You're respected by your peers. You are...
Who's that?
The Formula One...
Who's the peer?
Formula One brain. You're the... Mark Zuckerberg of Formula One. Next award is the UGE Day Award for the biggest waste of time. Who wasted your time completely out there, Luke?
Oh, there was so many. So many people that wasted my time. I was looking and going, yeah, you're wasting my time and you're wasting my time. But, you know, it's hard. I think, you know, Leclerc wasted my time.
Yeah.
Grosjean wasted my time. Anyone outside the points wasted my time.
Well,
but
we didn't actually see any of that coverage.
No.
It was all about the top
but
five.
The one person, I don't want him to waste my time, but he did. It was Daniel.
Oh, man. Don't even.
I was up at 4 o'clock in the morning to watch that fucking race.
Yeah.
It's not his fault.
It's not. Well, we know whose fault it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They give you wings, apparently.
Marco.
Not a good car.
Dr. Marco and Christian Horner putting in shit bits of old used up Verstappen crap.
Do you know who I haven't seen in a while?
Who?
Terry.
Terry, the guy that causes all the mishaps in every...
sabotages pit stop.
Yeah.
He's been pretty...
Just jumps from
He's been absent.
pit stop to pit
I'm
stop.
concerned something's happened to Terry.
Oh, maybe you've got some information about Terry. Did
Don't
you
have
catch
anything.
him? Did you see him?
No, nothing. I just thought to myself, I haven't seen Terry around.
Didn't see him sneaking around.
No.
Red Bull? He
No.
wasn't in tinkering with Dan's
No.
car before the race?
No, didn't see any images for them from
that's
that.
surprising.
The next award,
The Making Formula One Great Award?
the Effing One Podcast Award.
Yes.
There's one man who made Effing One Podcast. Well, he made F1 great,
But this podcast great as well.
and he does it every week or two. He pops on. He gives us an opportunity to look into his life, and that's Kimi Raikkonen for a win for the Kimster,
The Kim Meister.
the Iceman.
Yeah, the Vodka Bandit.
Last lap, no
Yeah.
more. 2 more years. So, yeah, Kimi gets the Effing One Podcast Award for making Formula One great again. Congratulations, Kimi.
How sweet would
He's
that feel?
too drunk to understand
Yeah, he's drunk right now.
right now.
We're going to check in with him in just a few moments, but how good must that feel if you're Kimi Raikkonen and you've just picked up a win, no one expected it, you're off to Sauber, he can just retire forever happy now. He's just going to put his feet up.
Yeah.
He's put a lot of, well, he didn't do any overtaking. He just pretty much plonked that car in the middle of the road.
Made it difficult.
But that's exactly what he needed to do, and
That's
he did it
what-
beautifully.
That's defensive driving.
Yep. Well done to him. We have the one more award, isn't it? The Lickett and Sandit Award, Luke.
Wow.
Best overtaking manoeuvre.
Well, you're going to probably fall off your chair. The one man who made an overtake move on 2 people at the same time.
Verstappen.
No. Van Dorn.
What?
No. Was overtaken. And Pierre Gasly was overtaken
Oh, I was
by
going to say
one man.
Because I was going to say Van Dorn overtaking someone.
By one man who overtook them
So
both.
Gasly and Van Dorn overtaken by.
Brendon Hartley.
Shut the front door. What the Kiwi
Brendon
kid?
Hartley made a massive move.
Why don't they show that on TV?
It's
They
on
never
there.
show it.
I can show it to you.
Must have
It
missed
wasn't on the. It wasn't
four
on
on
the. It wasn't in the coverage. Brendan Hartley retweeted. He just showed the video.
course he would.
Toro Rosso showed the video.
Of course he would.
He was quite defensive after the race, saying, I was ahead in Singapore before team orders. I was ahead in Japan before contact, and I'm ahead here. So he's trying to prove a point. He said that to just about anyone who interviewed him, and then he stormed off.
Trying to get a contract. He's trying to get a contract signed.
Yeah,
Doesn't look good though, does it?
No.
Are we still thinking he won't be there next year?
I'd like to see him in there.
I think it'd be unlikely. I don't think.
I would like to see, if we're being completely honest, I'd like to see Kubica in the car.
I'd like to see Ocon in the car. And Van Dorn to stick around for a bit longer. Kubica for sure.
Van Dorn's going to Formula E.
Is he? There you go.
Yeah.
Any news on Ocon?
No, he's I've
Taking
heard that he's
Bottas-
very
Bottas
close.
the spot next year.
They say he's very
Deserves
close
it.
to Williams' drive.
Okay.
So I don't know Williams is getting all this money because they're not going to have a pay driver if those two boys come in.
Yeah.
So
And Kubica to miss out. That's the hot tip.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, he's going to miss out, isn't he? I can't believe he hasn't been given an opportunity.
Pastor Maldonado Award.
The Pastor Maldonado Award.
Would you give it to Vettel for making contact and spinning on his own? The problem with that is when Pastor Maldonado hits someone, he takes them out. It's not about, he'd hit Lewis and he'd continue on. He'd hit people, he'd continue on. Vettel's just not doing that.
Vettel's just taking
He's hitting
himself
someone
out.
and spinning himself.
Yeah.
So no, Vettel's not going to win the Pastor Maldonado. Would it be Grosjean for going into the back of Leclerc, spinning him on the first
I'm
lap?
going to say no.
No.
I'm going to say, is it starting with Dad's got a very rich company?
This is true.
Is it?
Yeah. Lance Stroll.
What a lunatic.
Yeah.
The
For
winner.
the pure punting of one of the greatest Formula One drivers that's graced a racing circuit.
And they're followed by a nice little radio quip from Alonso. These I can't drive with these guys, or these guys are undrivable.
It's impossible to race with these guys.
Lance Stroll, you are rubbish.
Rubbish. Into the bin.
Well, he's not. He's going to a pretty good car next year. There's a lot of cash.
I've made up something else.
Yeah.
Pete had some excess wood. I've got
Producer Pete?
Yep. I've got the battle for bugger all.
How's the podcast sounding so far, Producer Pete?
He's a man of few words.
Thumbs up. He's a big fan.
He just doesn't shut up.
It's
all talk over there.
Well, he's very busy watching all the gauges and the EQ on the.
He's mesmerised by the colours.
The mixing desk. He's watching the colours. He's just he's fixing you up a bit. He's giving you a bit more bass.
You know what I got for him?
Well,
you know when you go to like a toy store and like you've got the My First mixing board. Yeah. It doesn't do anything, but he just sees the colours.
He's got the plastic. He doesn't.
No.
He's just sitting there. Yeah. Every week he sits there thinking he's doing stuff with those
doing
buttons.
Fucking nothing. God. So I've got the battle for bugger all.
Sorry. Doing a great job, Pete.
Yeah, great job. Could you just turn my mic up a bit?
Can you turn it up?
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, that
Pete.
worked. It's better. It's better.
The battle for bugger all. It's my new semi-award.
Oh, we got a new award.
If someone just happens to do something stupid, so there's a battle for bugger all. So if you raced and got nothing, it's kind of like the UGE day,
right?
But in terms of because they got excluded from the race, Ocon and Magnussen, you get nothing.
Yeah,
you get jack squat, and the bitter pill award.
Oh, another one. What's the bitter pill award?
No, we think we know who that goes to. Daniel Ricciardo, the bitter pill to swallow.
Yeah.
So when something unfortunate happens to someone that's completely out of their hands, like Hartley in Canada, something that's out of your control.
Yep.
And you've just, it was a race win.
Oh.
Imagine swallowing that pill. Maybe it's a suppository pill. Maybe taking that pill
right up the old clacker.
Yeah.
Well, that's 7 pills he's taken this year. Then Dan from behind.
He's high on something.
Wow.
You know what Red Bull have done?
Fucked over Dan all season?
Managed to get the smile off Daniel Ricciardo's face. The only people that could do it.
Punched a hole in the wall.
Yeah, I would have too.
Yeah.
I have terrible punching technique, but...
Yeah, you do punch like a girl.
If it's a soft wall.
Yeah, foam, some sort of...
Yeah.
Really, like paper thin. Like a... Kind of like wall, but very thin for small, sort of weird hands you've got. But... Yeah. Oh, this is probably good. Let's just a couple of quotes. Can I just mention a couple of quotes?
Now, this is Adsky's conspiracies.
Well, no, they're not exactly, Luke, but thank you for bringing that up because this is not
Adam's conspiracies.
Play the X-File soundtrack. Good.
That's all I can play.
Well, it's not exactly a conspiracy, Luke, because this is direct quotes from. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, Max Verstappen. Direct quote. He said, and I quote, "The Red Bull team is making jokes about Dan Ricciardo behind his back." This is after, are you for real? 5 did not finishes, technical, not his fault, technical issues in the last 10 races, and they're laughing at him. Ever since he's signed with Renault, suddenly 5 did not finishes. Just coincidence, maybe. Funny that. Oh, shut the fuck up. Son of a bitch. It gets me every time. Christian Horner says, and I quote, stop playing that music. It's ironic that it's always happening to his car. That's Christian Horner in Auto Build magazine. I'm sure he'll have a few more words with his future employers about that. Ouch. Then Christian Horner going...
They really hate Renault, don't they?
Oh, they're just sticking it. Well, yeah, and they're having a little swipe at Dan. I get it. It's a cheap shot. But for a guy that's done so much for you over so many years, been your only good driver when Sebastian Vettel was doing bugger all for you.
I'm going to add just a little bit of spice to your mix.
Yeah, please do.
Renault want Daniel to drive the 2018 car in the Abu Dhabi test after the end of the Grand Prix season. Ferrari's gone, no, not till the new year, then he's yours.
Red Bull said no.
Yeah, Red Bull has gone, no, you can't have him until next year.
Correct.
Technically, contract, fine, but come on.
I know. And he also can't do any testing for Red Bull. So essentially, he's turning up in a piece of shit car put together by Verstappen's offcuts that he can't use, that have ruined, and they just send him out there. Unbelievable. Another quote, just very quickly.
Yep.
Dr. Helmut Marko. Dan had... Is that the X-File track again?
No.
This is a direct quote. Dan had an electrical problem. Poor Daniel.
Oh.
He'll have to live with these problems for another 2 years. Bunch of douchebags. Anyway,
Wankers.
I'm done.
Wankers.
7 did not finishes this year. 5 in the last 10. I think that's a record.
And that was Adam's conspiracy theory.
Play it. Thank you, Luke.
What's next?
Any F1 news, Luke? Anything else you want to add?
No. Ricardo has talked about his weird reliability.
Yeah, weird.
Weird reliability. Oh, I'm so glad I
Never
found
gets
that.
tired. Never gets tiring, Luke.
Weird reliability, inexplicable.
Inexplicable, yes.
Unless you...
You could say it's a conspiracy.
Mechanical oddities.
And just going back about 7 races, I did say to you they won't let Dan beat Verstappen again the rest of the season. So far, that has remained the case. 3 races to go. Let's see if that is true. Moving on. Guess what time it is? Finding a job
With
Brendon. As we catch up with the unluckiest driver on the grid, Toro Rosso's very own Brendon Hartley from New Zealand. Yeah, right next to Australia. If you look at a map, if you're not from Australia, just off to the east, a little sliver, where they made, of course, that the wonderful movies.
Hobbits.
Yes, correct.
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. So let's catch up with Brendon as we see what he's doing for 2019. We're not entirely sure he's going to be at Formula One.
No.
In fact, we're pretty certain he's not going to be there.
You reckon?
I have a feeling.
He says he's got another year. As long as his performance is enough.
A contract is a contract, but they don't often last very long.
No. And I think it is completely related to his performance. And they said, we'll keep him as long as he performs. And if he doesn't, he's out.
He's out. Okay, well, let's catch up with the unluckiest driver. He's at the Centrelink office looking for a job. He's planning ahead. He's not silly. He's going to plan ahead and see if there's any opportunities for him in 2019. Shall we catch up with him?
Yep.
Let's do it. Finding a job
With Brendon.
Hello, Brendon, and welcome to Centrelink.
Oh, g'day.
Marjorie here.
Nice to see you again, Marjorie. Sorry about I was a little bit angry last time I spoke to you.
That's okay, Brendon. Not your fault. Now, how's the Formula One driving going?
Oh, it's going really good.
Oh,
I outraced my teammate by quite a bit.
That's right.
I managed by chance to get from... I finished 11th, but with some exclusions because people were cheating. I made my way up to 9th.
That's
2 more points.
That's 2 points, Brendon. How many points have you got so far this year?
4.
4 points.
4 points.
You've just doubled your load.
All in one race.
All in one race.
Take that.
That's amazing, Brendon. Congratulations, mate.
I don't think I need to come here anymore.
I was going to say, maybe you don't need to look at the jobs board today. Maybe you don't need to get another Portaloo job. You know,
no more shitters for me.
No more flushing.
I just have to sit in a Toro Rosso, which is a different kind of shitter.
Yes, that's right. It is.
Did you find that funny?
I found it very funny. I'm a big fan of yours. I watch the races all the time, and I say to my girlfriends when I'm watching, having a Chardonnay, I say, "Hi, I know that gentleman. He's a nice boy. He comes into the Centrelink office all the time." So, Brendon, but what we should do very quickly.
I didn't think you had friends.
Well, there's a couple of girls that like, Tuesday night, Vino. It's book night, cheese and bickies. We should really just check to see the board and have a look just in case you don't get re-signed for next year. I know you've got a contract. I know you're pretty certain you're going. the girls and I, who watch the race, aren't sure that you are in fact going to be going back to Toro Rosso. So let's just be safe. Let's look at the board. Take a look at the board. Brendon, take a pick. What would you like to do?
Oh, is that a window washer?
That's a window washer.
Oh, could I do that?
Yes, it's in Mexico as well.
Oh,
Yes.
they got a lot of dirty windows over there.
Mexico City. Yes, in fact.
Is that called? Is that window liquor?
Window liquor. That's
Oh,
right.
right. So I don't get a squeegee or a sponge. I just have to lick them clean.
That's right. Yeah, you just lick the window and you smudge it with your T-shirt.
Oh, you
do you
get to use
thought?
my T-shirt. That's fine.
Yeah, yeah. What do you think?
That sounds all right. Is
So-
there anything else?
Oh, yes. Something has just come up. I'm not sure if you're familiar with this. It's cleaning a portaloo. So,
Oh, not more shitters.
yes, Brendon, you're very good at your... Honestly, all the feedback we've got so far from all the shitters that you've cleaned around the world is top-notch work rate, really likes to get his hands dirty.
Of course, yeah. I can't. I take my shitter cleaning very seriously,
Very seriously.
and I do try my best in all aspects of my life, whether it's Formula One or if it is cleaning the S-bends.
Well, I tell you what, as a Formula One driver, you make one hell of a toilet cleaner. You really do. You're really good.
I think there's a lot of other drivers that could be toilet cleaners. Have you spoken to Lance Stroll?
Oh, funny that. He's just in next. I got the appointment in 30 minutes' time. Lance Stroll is coming in, yes.
It was his dad giving him a job somewhere else.
No, he owns Centrelink and all the toilets in the world. Every
So
portaloo
he's
is
basically giving me a job. He's not coming in to get a job. He's going to tell other people.
correct. Yes. So what we'll do is...
I could beat him.
Yes, that's not... Actually, that's debatable. But what we'll do is we'll have you clean the portaloos at Mexico City, and they're a bit messy, a bit spicy, the toilets down there. A lot of enchiladas, tacos can be a bit spicy. Just probably go in fully clothed in your driving suit. Okay.
I think I might try the window licking.
How about why don't we cross them over? Toilet licking and window shitting. Okay. All right. We'll see you soon. Have a lovely time in Mexico.
All right, bye.
And that was
Finding a Job with Brendon.
Wow. Brendon. Poor Brendon. Cops it, doesn't he? Feel sorry for him.
I do.
That Marjorie's a bit of a bitch, though. I'm really not a big fan of Marjorie from...
She might get kneecapped.
Yep. Not the nicest of ladies. Well, it's now time to slip into our costumes, mate.
Oh,
The time has come.
we're jumping the border?
Yep. We are jumping over that wall. Hey! Hola, señor, ¿qué pasa? It's time for us to get into our Mexican outfits. For the Autodroma Hermanos Rodriguez Mexico City. Named after the guy that served the most delicious enchiladas at the very first Mexican GP in 1962. Yep. Delicious enchiladas way back then. As is tradition at FE1 Podcast, we have to wear the native costumes of the featured race. We've slipped out of our Mark Zuckerberg Facebook outfit, you have, and my Cher outfit. Thank God. If I could turn back time, that thing was a bad choice. Thanks a lot, Producer Pete. Dressed me up as a girl again. Unbelievable.
Yeah, you really fought that one.
So this time, Luke, for Mexico, we are dressed in their native outfits. You're dressed as the world champion boxer, Oscar De La Hoya.
Oscar De La Hoya.
Ding, 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 ding. Looking good. Just your boxing briefs.
Yeah,
Gloves.
I'm when he retired and let himself go a bit.
Yeah,
I've got a bit of stomach over his championship belt.
the couch-dwelling Oscar De La
Yeah.
Hoya. The Doritos.
Still looks amazing.
Still looking sharp.
It just has a bit of overhang.
A little bit of overhang. And yes, I know what you're thinking. You've checked me out. You give me the once over. And you're right. I'm dressed as Selma Hayek from the hit Tarantino movie Dust Till Dawn.
Oh, what a great movie that was.
This is a real snake, a real python around my neck.
You know what? You don't pull it off.
It's just not a good look.
She was incredibly she was immaculate in that movie.
Selma never had this much hair.
No, she didn't.
Because
I looked closely.
That's sideburns right down to my ankles. It's not pleasant. Pete, why did you do this?
Oh, blame
Why?
Pete again.
Selma Hayek. What? I don't understand. Why do I get all the girl outfits?
Yeah. Not anyone who writes the script.
It's not fair. Producer Pete gets to choose all our costumes. It just seems a little unfair. I'm going to start putting in requests, I think. So it's time to preview Mexico City in our native costumes as we sit here for no reason because no one can see us dressed like this. It seems like we're spending money from the budget we could probably save with these costumes. Do we really have to wear these costumes?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
It's tradition.
It's tradition.
As is tradition.
As is tradition. Talk us through the circuit, Lucas, at the Autodroma Hermanos Rodriguez, Mexico City.
So for those of you who don't parle Espanol, that's the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez circuit in Mexico City.
The number one enchilada maker from 1962.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he
There
was
you go.
famous.
Interesting fact. That's why they made a race.
Yeah, they named the track after him.
First race in 1963, some really good races in the 80s. There's 71 laps of this 4.304 kilometre circuit, so it's quite a short circuit. The lap record is Sebastian Vettel with a 1 minute 18.785. It has 17 corners, 2 DRS zones, and the tyres they are using this weekend is the Super Soft, Ultra Softs, and Hyper Softs. So all the soft softs.
Soft softs.
Yep. So we're going to have some quick lap times.
Yes.
Next year, we're only going to soft, medium, and hard.
Right.
Soft, super soft, medium, and hard.
We're getting rid of the Hypersoft?
They are...
I like the Hypersoft.
So they're going soft, super soft, and medium. That's going to be the 3 colours, but the tyres will actually be different. So your hyper softs will be your super softs. So it'll change. Whichever's the softest will be the super soft. Whichever's the middle grippy tyre will be the softs, and then the mediums.
Kind of like...
Why couldn't they just go soft, medium, hard?
I know. It's kind of like McDonald's. You go to McDonald's, you go for a medium, but it's like the way the large used to be. They just kind of change it for no reason.
So instead of the 7 colours they're going to have, they'll have 5.
Yeah.
Because, well, it's 7 soft tyres down to 3.
Right.
You'll still have the intermediates and wets with their same green and blue colours.
Okay.
So that's what's going to happen. This year, Mexican Grand Prix. Looking forward to it. Some really good overtaking opportunities into turn 1 and turn 4.
Why is this a track that's highly favoured for Red Bull to do quite well when considered? It looks like it's quite... There's a couple of big straights.
Yeah. So the idea is because I think this is at altitude.
Right.
So that's less engine dependent because they can't suck as much air into the engine, so therefore they won't be as handicapped.
Right. So the rubbish Renault will do reasonably well on this track.
Maybe Daniel.
And are we expecting Dan to have take any penalties for his engine electrical issues?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they use a Spec C engine. This was the same, whatever happened in the United States was the same thing that happened in Bahrain, which happened with Daniel and Max.
Yep.
Early on in the Grand Prix. A Grand Prix they also could have won, the Bahrain Grand Prix. So I'm not sure. There's no speak of engine penalties.
And I think they did mention that there might be some parts floating about, probably from Verstappen's old washed up,
Maybe from
used
2 years ago.
rubbish, bits that he doesn't want anymore that's just lying on the shop floor, that they can recycle those. Hopefully...
Recycle, reuse. They could get a green award.
That might be the only one Dan gets from now on. He's going to...
He's recycling all the broken bits.
Are you expecting Verstappen to win this and Dan to go head-to-head?
Nah, Daniel's going to win this.
You ripper.
He's going to win this in a canter.
I love it.
And he's going to do a shoey and then give the finger to everyone.
One final shoey before he has 5 years of
Those
sitting at the
sweet
back of the
foot
grid.
juice. Lewis will win the championship. Daniel will suck down a shoey. It'll be a good weekend.
Oh, I can't wait.
A lot of early mornings.
It's exciting.
1
And it's
o'clock's the first session.
Yeah, and in fact, it's happening in a couple of hours' time, the first
is.
practice session. Very exciting.
If we keep talking, it will be live.
That's the idea. But we're going to keep going until we get some
We've
live footage.
We've got plenty of batteries to go.
Damn right we do.
Strap yourself in, everyone.
Yeah.
We're going to be a long one.
Can't wait. I'm up for it. I'm right up for it. Any more news on the track?
Nah.
So it's high altitude, a relatively short circuit.
Mm-hmm.
Previous winner? Was it Hamilton last year? Nah. You know what?
Am I supposed to do research for this thing?
Yeah. I thought you would.
All right, I will.
Let's do it. Let's check it out. Come on. Let's check it out. I'm gonna say.
Who do you think?
I'm gonna say it was Max Verstappen. I think Verstappen won
You
Mexico
reckon
last year.
Max won last year?
And I think
I remember Lewis sealed the championship there last year.
He did. And I also think that there was a couple of Finns on the podium.
Finns.
A couple of Finns on the podium. Yeah, I'm going to say Raikkonen second, Bottas third.
Ooh.
Verstappen. Yeah,
Let's see.
Verstappen,
Mexico.
Raikkonen, Bottas.
I am El Nino. And for those who don't habla español, El Nino stands for the Nino.
The Nino.
That was Chris Farley.
Oh! Well,
Great
it's pretty
sketch.
close. Verstappen.
Max, Bottas, and
yeah,
Raikkonen.
baby.
Well done.
Thank you. I got the top three right, but it's not in the right order. But I got Max. Yeah, Valtteri Bottas.
It was
Kimi.
Lewis ninth. A lap down.
Where was Dan? Where's our man, Dan the personality?
Let's just go straight to the bottom.
Did not finish. Technical issues. Oh, what a surprise. What a surprise.
5 laps in and gave up.
Yeah, there you go. I thought it was interesting that Verstappen commiserated with Dan's bad luck this year and said, well, now he knows what it was like for me last year, which was actually incorrect. Although he did have 7 did not finishes, 4 of those were him crashing into people. 3 were technical issues. Dan had 5 technical issues last year.
Yeah.
Nice try, Verstappen.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Can't get past you.
thank you.
The bullshitometer was going off the scales with that one.
The old fact checker came out, Lucas. I was fact checking everywhere, as I do.
You're good at facting.
Thank you. And tipping. Let's have a quick look at the tips situation. You and I have a pretty good tussle with predictions.
Yes, we do.
I'm leading by 7.
Yep, you're now leading by 8.
Oh,
You got one back.
insurmountable lead.
You think so? You think so?
Pretty. I'm pretty much. This is fairly reflective of the championship. I'm like Lewis Hamilton, and you're Vettel, just stumbling, tripping over yourself.
I'm spinning. I'm trying things. It's just not working
Every
out.
time you make a tip, it goes pear-shaped.
Yeah. So, Mercedes. I'm not sure. I've already did. I did my tips last night.
Oh, okay. Can I share with
I'll tell you after.
Okay. Lewis.
Damn it.
Yep.
Ferrari.
Vettel.
Damn it.
I think Raikkonen's had his time in the sun.
Red Bull Racing.
Dan.
Oh, for both?
Verstappen to out-qualify. Dan to beat him in the race.
Fuck, that's exactly what I put.
I know you too well, Luke.
You're a
I'm
bastard.
anticipating this. I'm just going what I think you're going.
All right, I'm going to go double Dan.
This makes for a great
Changing
podcast
this.
when we do this, by the
Oh,
way.
yeah, riveting.
Riveting.
Renault.
Hulkenberg.
Shit.
This is the part of the podcast that producer Pete, always says, boys, we're ditching this bit.
No.
We're cutting
Not a
it.
chance.
And we say, no, producer Pete.
No.
I'm wearing this outfit, this Selma Hayek outfit,
You
so
sit
that I
back
can have my tips.
On
Thank
your
you.
fake little board there. Haas.
Um,
Grosjean or Magnussen?
Magnussen.
Good. Something different. McLaren.
Alonso.
I'm going Alonso and then Van Dorn for the win.
You're an idiot.
Oh,
You're an
to beat him. Because I think someone's gonna hit him. That's the only way I can.
Stroll.
Williams.
The Rusky.
Damn it. Toro Rosso.
Gasly. You've gone Brendon.
Damn right I have.
Yes, you have.
Keeping him in a job.
Yeah.
Sauber.
Sauber. Let's have.
It's only between 2 drivers.
Marcus.
Hey!
Let's go, Marcus. The stay-at-home Viking. We haven't seen the stay-at-home Viking for ages.
No, we haven't because he's been rubbish.
Yep.
Force India.
Force India. Let's go Ocon.
All right.
I'm going to
There's
tip
some
him
points
for.
of
I'm
difference
going to
there.
tip him for booting out Bottas next year, just quietly.
Oh, I don't like your chances.
No, I don't either. There's a contract, but so is Brendon. Brendon's got a contract as well.
So there's a few difference. I've gone Perez because it's his home Grand Prix. Leclerc because thank God you chose someone else. Hartley because I'm clutching at straws here.
Yep.
Van Dorn to outrace
Yep.
Alonso purely by mechanical failure or
Yeah.
contact.
Yeah.
And I've got double Dan down
Double Dan.
Yeah,
You
and
are-
you've gone VD, I've gone DD.
You are getting desperate, my good man. All right, good luck with that. But
And I've gone Grosjean as well.
Grosjean.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're having a laugh, big fella. Okay, it's time for...
At Home with Kimi.
Ooh, we really hit the high note there.
Did I?
We've been practicing.
I think that
You've
was
been
all
practicing.
you. I mimed that.
You've been taking lessons, haven't you? You've been doing singing lessons for
I
this.
grabbed my crotch at the right time.
There. That's the secret. A little squeeze. This is the time when we take a look at Kimi Räikkönen, little porthole into his world. What is he doing right now? Now we know he's not in Finland. We know he's probably drunk. He's probably got a bottle of vodka.
Yeah. By the looks of the porter, it looks like he's still celebrating his win. And it looks like he's under the table
Yes.
in a Mexican bar.
Oh, wow. That is like, you can see that from here?
Yeah, you can look.
Oh, yeah. It's like a little...
It's not really helpful for the podcast, but
little kind of wormhole, almost like an anus. It's like an anus, which is just
everything seems to...
opening up. Oh, there it is. Oh, I can see him now. Should we
Let's
should we
have a
pipe
look.
down while this porthole's getting bigger? Let's do it.
Akakawacha, akakawacha, akawi high, akawi low. It's tequila. Oh, it's not bad. Hey guys, hey guys, it's tequila. It's pretty good. Not as good as vodka. Vodka's much better. Oh, Jesus Christ. Can I get some vodka over here, please? Did anyone see me racing?
No, senor.
Did you? Hey, you. Amigo.
I think you've had too much, eh?
Come here. You, hombre. Come here.
I'll be your best friend, eh?
Oh, good. You know who I am?
I'll take you
Hey.
to the track.
Hey, asshole. Do you know who I am?
I don't know
I'm
who
Kimi
you are.
Räikkönen, man. I drive Ferrari.
Not you, Nico Hulkenberg.
No! And I'm not Producer Pete either. I know I look like Producer Pete for that fucking podcast. What do they call it? Effing1 podcast? Australia's only #1 podcast? Good podcast, actually. That Luke, he's pretty good. The other guys are fuck with. Yeah, you look just like Producer Pete from that podcast. Okay. Where's my fish heads? I'm hungry. I want vodka. I want fish heads. Hey, hands up if you saw me drive the Ferrari. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. That's right. Fuck you, Ferrari. Fuck you.
And that was...
Oh, we're finished. At Home with Kimi.
Wow. I had no idea.
Mexico had fish heads.
Mexico was pickled fish heads. I thought it was some... Oh, yeah, that was... And I didn't realise he was a fan of Effing1 podcast. I didn't have... He knows what you look like, and he knows what Producer Pete looks like.
Good looking man.
But you know what? The weird thing is Producer Pete does look exactly like Kimi Räikkönen.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest thing.
We should put Pete in a Ferrari hat.
In his new Skoda.
His new Skoda.
Yeah, sweet car.
He got that idea from us. He was listening to our podcast and talking
Yeah.
about Skodas from the Russian Grand Prix, and then
Yeah.
he went and bought one.
Yeah. But apparently they're not Russian cars, Skodas.
No.
They're Czech.
Czech Republic.
Yeah, they're much better with their mechanics.
Yeah.
Technically,
Yeah.
much
They bought
much.
everything from Volkswagen, but yeah.
It's basically a rebadged Volkswagen.
Yeah.
I've had a whole chat about this with Producer Pete. He's pumped. He's sitting in the car right now.
Yeah.
He's listening. He's got the mixing desk. He's linked up with the headphones, wireless headphones, and he's probably masturbating all over that leather Duco.
Gives it that sheen.
Just like Armor Roll, just really soaks in the pores of the leather. Good stuff. I'm glad we went there. Okay, so we're going to thank your mum,
Thanks, Mum.
don't we? Luke's mum. Look
Yeah.
at this spread.
Yep, she's made tacos,
Enchiladas.
enchiladas.
What else we have here?
That's,
Is
those
that-
are tequila shots.
Is that tequila shot? Should we have a tequila shot?
Yeah.
You little ripper.
We should have done it before the podcast.
No, I would have
Would have made it a little bit
a
more
little
fun.
bit more palatable.
Actually, everyone at home, have a tequila shot.
Have a tequila. This podcast,
Probably should have put this at the start.
we recommend you take a tequila shot before you listen to
Yeah,
it.
so the next one, whack it back. 'Cause it's too late now.
Yeah.
We're about to wrap it up.
No, you're right. What else is there?
Maybe just to give yourself a nice little buzz.
Is that a Mexican gangster's hand in some tomato sauce Seems like it's got like weird tats in it, like mafia.
But it's holding
a
like nachos.
a bowl of.
Yeah. So we don't have bowls here. We only have former gangsters' hands.
Makes sense. What do you do when you run out of taco shells?
Yeah.
Just a gangster's hand. Because it's just, what do they call that rigor mortis when it sets in?
Yeah.
The hand's set.
Stiff.
Like a perfect taco shell.
Yeah.
And you can just, the best thing about eating... the best thing about eating from a dead gangster's rigor mortis hand is you can hold that hand. So it's like you don't have to get your hand dirty.
No. This is late.
This is weird.
Clutching at straws here.
This is weird. Okay, thank you, Luke's mum.
Thanks, Mum.
Really lovely spread. Thank you. What a woman.
Yeah.
She's every woman.
Just say it a little bit louder.
She's a wonderful woman.
She's a wonderful woman.
Oh yeah, she's deaf. She's not deaf. Hard of hearing.
She says hard of hearing. I say
she's deaf.
bat deaf.
By the way, well done, Luke. Lasting the entire podcast dressed as Oscar de la Hoya.
Yeah. Boxing on.
Me, Selma Hayek.
Me, Selma Hayek.
From
you,
Quentin Tarantino's
Oscar de la Hoya.
Dusk Till Dawn. I've seen you checking me out.
Yeah.
Don't you go there.
Yeah. You can see my belt rising.
Stop it. No. No, Luke.
I understand what no means. You don't have to hit me twice.
No means no, even in Mexico. That rhymes. That'd be a good song.
You should write one for the next podcast.
Any final words before we depart?
Goodbye.
Goodbye. It's off to Mexico GP. Stand by. Everyone podcast. Wrapping up. Catch our wrap up next week. There's 2 weeks break after this race. There'll be a wrap up of the Mexico GP in a few days' time. Can't wait. Let's go Red Bull. Let's go Dan Ricciardo. F1 podcast. Get hold of us some comments. Tell us what you like, what you don't like, and download us. Tell your friends. Tell everybody. See you next week.
See you, mate.
Let's do it. Hey!